Wade and Wade reacts.
This is our review for the live action Yu Yu Hakusho. We're going to tell you the good, the bad, and our nitpicks. So let's get right into it.
Episode 4 specifically had great action scenes. Well choreographed, well directed. I think that was the best episode of the series.
Yeah, it was.
And at this point, that's the only thing I can find that was authentically good about this series. But if you want to talk about some superficial things that could have been good to some of the people who watched the Yu Yu Hakusho Netflix series, you get a chance to see a live action version of Yu Yu Hakusho. You get to see all the characters that you know and love from the anime portrayed on screen by actors who portrayed those characters well. I think they did a good job. I think the casting was, I wouldn't say on point, but the casting was good. The actors were skilled enough to embody the characters they were playing. Now, there are some problems we had with the characters and with the costume design, but we'll get into that later on.
Yeah, I feel about the same about this show. The actors, they did what they could do. The action was probably the standout of the show. That was the best thing of the show. The directors did a good job when it came to the action.
Sure, they did.
They didn't disappoint. And the live action, it followed the anime beats. It didn't do a one-for-one recreation, but it stuck close.
Yeah.
And that's about all the good I can say for this. So let's get into the bad.
Damn. Y'all, they skipped over Toguro and Genkai's fight. They set up the scene as if they were going to fight in Genkai's dojo, which was already a no-no for me. I was like, man, come on, they fought outside. Then we find out that they are not going to show the fight scene. They skip the fight scene, switch to another scenario. Then once they switch back to the scene of Toguro versus Genkai, Genkai is not just defeated, Genkai is dead. What in the world is wrong with these people? That's what they left me saying. I'm like, Genkai did not die in that fight. They didn't fight in the dojo. She didn't die in that fight. What in the world were y'all thinking?
Yeah, this not anime, they got me messed up. This show is a disappointment to the anime fans. It's not anything like the anime. They went ahead and they did like a speed run on it. They skipped over the whole Spirit Detective arc, and they did a mediocre, I can't even say mediocre, they did a horrible job at depicting the Dark Tournament. The Dark Tournament, it wasn't even a tournament.
It didn't even exist. They fought in the sewers.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Whoever, it's like if you don't have enough money to do something, then don't do it at all. Just leave it alone.
Exactly. And then Togoro's forms were like, man, if, like you said, it's the same with his forms. If you ain't got enough money to produce the forms that we saw in the anime, if you don't have the budget to do it properly, leave it alone. Wait until you get the money. Wait until next year or something like that, 5 years from now, so you can do it right. They had in the last fight all of the Yu Yu Hakusho fighters fighting Toguro. That did not, come on, y'all, that did not happen in the anime.
No, I didn't.
Yusuke fought him by himself. Then they had the two ladies in there. What's their names?
It was Kiko and I forgot the Grim Reaper's name, but she was the Grim Reaper. I know you're talking about.
Man, Toguro was about to kill them to unlock some type of hidden potential or some hidden power in Yusuke. Wow, they shouldn't even been present.
No, well, it was Hiei's sister. That's who it was.
Okay.
The one that was crying the tears.
Man, they should not have even been present in that fight.
The thing is, in the Dark Tournament, they were present. They was in the stands, though. But this is how trash it is. They didn't do a Dark Tournament.
Yeah. Another problem is they tried to pack the entire Yu Yu Hakusho season in 5 episodes. Didn't give you enough time to get to know the characters in the live action version. Didn't give you enough time to see their growth. So when you saw a certain character grow to a certain point of power, you're thinking to yourself, how in the world did he grow to this point when he was not tested? He did not have the experiences that he had, or the characters didn't have the experiences that they had in the anime that allowed them to grow to this level of power in the 5 episodes they gave us in Netflix. Then when one of the characters died or when one of the characters were wounded to the point of death, they expected you to be sad for these characters or to be empathetic. You could tell that they wanted that reaction out of the viewers by how the episodes were set up or that particular scene was set up. But how can we feel that way as fans or as viewers if you didn't give us a chance to get to know these characters and grow with these characters enough to feel for these characters when they were going through hardships?
Yeah, it's impossible to try to put that whole anime into like 5 episodes. Whoever thought about that is stupid. So let's get into the nitpicks. Did you have any nitpicks or find any nitpicks?
Kuwabara's hairstyle was all wrong.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. His hairstyle was reversed. That's one thing I didn't like. And as far as the nitpick goes, they cut out a lot of the fluff that the anime had, but they took out a lot. Like there was a part when Yusuke lost his body, and he was a spirit. Mm-hmm. In the anime, he didn't become the spirit detective as soon as he lost his body. He had like a demon egg or a monster egg, whatever they called it. And if he did enough good when the monster hatched, it was going to either eat him or he's gonna be worthy to get his body back. Mm-hmm. But in the anime, you know, he's ended up sacrificing the egg to save Kiko and Kuwabara so they can get his body out of the fire. In this one, when the demons came and and attacked and caught the town on fire, or the little block on fire instead of just his house. Another thing too, when he died in the anime, he was he saved a little boy, he got hit by a car, but on this one, a demon got into a man's body and ran into him. That didn't happen in the anime. They was doing a lot of taking away fluff, but actually adding fluff to these 5 episodes.
They took lots of liberties in this series. Yeah. Liberties they should not have taken, because I think that those liberties they did take kind of diminished the integrity of the story.
Yeah, it did. This, I don't know what it is, but I forget it. From a scale from whack to masterpiece, where does this rank?
As we laid out, there are some good things about the Yu Yu Hakusho series that Netflix produced. Had some great action scenes. Just in episode 4, though. That's the problem. If you're gonna give us 5 episodes, every episode should have been action-packed. So and then they gave us only 5 episodes, and they weren't as action-packed as episode 4. So I'm gonna give this show a whack rating because they did not show us the Dark Tournament. The last fight with Toguro versus Yusuke was a team battle instead of Yusuke versus Toguro on his own. They did a lot of things that made me look at this series and say, man, this is absolute garbage. And that's what it is. It's whack.
Yeah, this show is whack. Don't even waste your time if you're an anime fan. I could see somebody that didn't watch the show and they tell their friends, hey, have you ever heard of Yu Yu Hakusho? And the person, yeah, I used to watch that. No, I'm talking about the live action on Netflix. Then the person looks at it like, man, if you don't get out of my face, this is trash. They try to condense a 155 episode show. And I think going up to the tournament, it's like at least 20, 30, maybe even 40 episodes till you get to the tournament. They condensed that into 5 episodes. Whoever thought that this was a good idea, you are stupid. Don't ever try to do nothing like this again, bro. You messing up a great anime like Yu Yu Hakusho. This is a classic. We used to watch this when we was kids. What are you doing?
Yeah, and to add something else, if you've never seen the anime, you might find some enjoyment in these 5 episodes.
That's the only way I can see you finding some enjoyment if you never watched the anime or read the manga. Like, man.
But if you've watched it or read the manga, man, this ain't nothing but hot garbage.
Yeah, that should never. I don't even know how Netflix bought this. You did a good job with One Piece, and you're gonna turn around and produce this crap at the end of the year. But hey, that's been our review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video, and we're out of here.
Peace.